Andy?
I've had an accident.
I know I shouldn't be here. Flowers? You think it's sentimental?
No.
I know she's gone and you can't take them with you. Not to the mortuary. I just had to mark her passing. I can't stop thinking about her. Did she have children? A husband? Someone somewhere still praying that she'd walk back through the door?
There's every chance we'll find that out.
And what if you don't?
We'll bury her again in 6 months' time as unknown female 30697.
So these might be the only flowers she'll get. This way.
I don't believe a word you say.
I'm telling you, I saw her right outside the Tate's house.
I don't know what you're getting worked up about, all here. If Kim Tate is back,
She
it
is.
good news for the Glovers.
And how do you work that out?
No, she owes us. She likes us. Well, some of us anyway.
Yeah, well, I hope it stays fine for you.
Oh, that includes you too, mate.
Give me a break.
Oh, come on, a Biff. You're a family, eh?
Not that that means anything to her, any road.
Yeah, well, Crystal's family, her own. And Frank and James, and look how she treated them.
She's got all the family values of a politician.
Listen to Jeremy Paxman.
Bad news. Back 5 minutes and already breathing down my neck. She's going to have me scrubbing stables with a toothbrush next. How to wind me up. We'd be better off with Chris.
Oh, come on.
All right, 10 to 1. She's got my cards on table by end of week.
All right.
Now you shift. See you later. Thanks, Jan.
I don't know what you ever saw in him. He's a miserable git sometimes. Say that, no. Say hello.
I'm sorry about this, Vic. I thought Terry had paid it.
Yeah, and he thought you'd paid it, yeah. I know the sketch.
I can't play in this.
Donna, I am busy.
Why didn't you wash it?
Well, why didn't you put it in the washing basket?
You know I have netball on a Tuesday.
And you know I do the washing on a Monday, so button it and get yourself to school.
Right, well, it's 31 quid, please, Alan. What do you want to play netball for, anyway? It's a right sissy's game.
It's good.
Why can't it teach you something a bit more... well, something with a bit more oomph?
Boxing?
At that school, it's not such a joke. How is a Karate Kid, anyway?
Who, Andy?
Yeah. Well, thank you for that, Vic. Right.
Well, I hardly see him now.
Oh, why? Has he been expelled?
No, he's got his own tutor. He's going to work in the corner of the library, where an H table used to be.
What? He's got a teacher to himself?
Yeah.
Since when?
I don't know, I think today.
Well, no wonder Big Lips went sloping out.
Well, don't go chasing Turner. He doesn't run the school.
I'm not. Give him the car keys. Ready, Donna?
What?
I'm taking you to school. I want to hear this from the horse's mouth.
But you can't. You're too busy.
Rubbish. Your father can manage without me.
Oh, yeah. God knows, I've had enough practice.
Come on, Alice. Betty's waiting.
She chooses her moments, doesn't she? Eh, Kim Tate?
Oh, the shock hit me and then nothing. She might as well be dead for all it's registered in here. Karen has had Alice making welcome home cards for Nick.
No.
The poor kid's got a suitcase packed already.
Hi, Betty. Have a nice day.
Oh.
Bye, Mum. See you later.
Bye.
Why can't you tutor me like before?
I'm not a teacher, Andy. I'm not qualified.
Better than Miss Cullen any day.
Come on, you know that's not true. You're lucky to be getting another chance. And this way, you still get to see your pals at break time.
What pals? Nobody likes me, Sarah.
You've got to try, Andy. Please. You think being brave is about running away from home or hitching a lift from strangers, but sometimes the little things are harder. Like walking into a room and smiling when all you want to do is hide. Be brave, eh? Smile. I promise you it'll be all right.
have a commitment to this child.
And what about your commitment to my child and the 20 other odd kids in her class who behave perfectly reasonably?
You know as well as I do, she gets a good education here.
This tutor, what salary is she on? 15, 16 grand? A lot more than I get for cashing gyros anyway. Cashing gyros for the likes of Andy Hopwood.
And that's uncalled for, Mrs. Windsor. It's nowhere near that figure. We're only employing Mrs. Sullivan for 5 or 6 weeks.
So are you telling me that your commitment would have been different if he'd started playing up at the beginning of term and not at the end? Would you have told him to sling his hook then?
No. Our commitment would have been the same.
Thank you. Now we know where we stand.
James, please.
I don't know what it is.
Come on. There. Oh, there we are. He has been like this all week. I think he's teething.
It's me.
No, you just need to spend a bit more time together, that's all. Get to know each other again. Here. Oh. You see, he's fine now.
Why don't you take the rest of the day off? Don't you think he'll settle?
No, it's not that. It's just I wasn't angling for time off.
Don't be ridiculous, Sophie. And don't pretend you don't deserve it. You're right. We've got a lot of catching up to do.
Well, if you're sure. Brilliant. Oh, and he needs changing.
On second thoughts...
Too late. I've gone.
If she fell in a canal, she'd come out smelling of roses that way.
That's an unfortunate turn of phrase.
All this fuss about identifying the wrong body. I mean, you would, wouldn't you? I mean, when they pulled her out of that quarry, her face will look like a blancmange.
Thanks.
I mean, it's true. Look at this, right? Attractive blonde businesswoman, Kim Tate, 32. Yeah, bank accounts, maybe. Why can't they just tell the truth? That she's a money-grabbing old cow with an heart like a swinging brick.
Because they're not daft, that's why.
Yeah. What about that blonde snotty cow that was sniffing round here? You know, the journalist.
She was sniffing around me, actually.
For one night, maybe. I bet you still got a phone number, haven't you? Ring her, right? Tell her I'll tell her the real story. David's story, and no holds barred.
Get involved in the libel trial of the decade? I think not, Mandy.
Hey, we could take a picture. Me in the woolpack, right, pulling pints. Or maybe outside with a T-shirt on. It's great publicity, Mr. T.
I think I need to lie down in a darkened room. Excuse me.
Stood up.
Oh, husbands, useless, aren't they? No wonder they're a dying breed.
Oh, no, it's not Jack. It's this mad Potter woman I know. You better watch your back. She'll sign you up for a full range of crockery before you've even felt the pen in your hand.
These are looking a bit tired, Alan.
Well, I think I've remembered some pressing business in the cellar.
Hi, Sarah.
Listen, I've just been over to the Windsors.
Oh, I can see the headlines. Pot sold in local post office. It'll rock the Dales, I warn you.
Look, I don't want to interfere, but...
Go on.
Well, I couldn't help overhearing. Viv's been to the head to complain about Andy's one-to-one tuition.
I saw this coming. Sarah, wait.
What was that about? Windsor's?
Ah,
Here, mind if I get some stamps while we're quiet?
don't even think about it. I'll get them for you when I'm out.
What's the matter, Viv? Can't you handle a direct conversation?
We're closed.
I beg your pardon? It's where you speak to me straight to my face without sneaking behind my back. Why don't we give it a whirl? It doesn't help when vindictive parents stick their oar in and tell their kids to steer clear of Andy, ostracise him.
You do it yourselves. Ask for different treatment. Call it special needs. Special needs. He's just got a vicious streak in him, that's all. We're closed.
And so have you where Andy's concerned. If you could see what it's doing to him, you might think twice.
I doubt it.
I'm more bothered for kids like my Donna. They behave themselves, toe the line. Oh, for what? They lose their computer and God knows what else because the school would rather splash out on a personal tutor for some little tearaway.
There you go again.
Oh, come off it. I'd say the same thing for any kid that acted like he does. It's nothing personal.
Oh, isn't it? You've laid into Andy at every opportunity since he came to this village, and I'll tell you why. Because you're a tuppenny-halfpenny snob. You brought your kids here for some grotty council estate, and our children took them in and befriended them. But then Andy turned up, and it was another matter. It was batten down the hatches, not in my backyard.
Rubbish!
Oh, you were quite happy to take his pocket money in your shop, but you wouldn't have him eating at your table.
Well, no wonder he's so screwed up with you going on like that. Get out of here.
You don't like Andy because he reminds you of what you and your family used to be.
You snotty cow! I said get out!
Oh. Well, I only came for a bottle of wine.
Linda, when you fed the animals this morning, did you give anything to Mrs. Ainsworth's smudge?
A couple of ounces of dry feed?
Oh, he was penciled in for his op at 2.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I can't move it to tomorrow because I've got the will reading in the afternoon. You'll just have to wait now.
I wasn't thinking. Well, I was actually, but it was about Biff and the test and the baby. You know, Kim's coming back's made everything worse for him.
It affects me too.
Hi.
Hi.
I've got sandwiches, wine, and the afternoon off. Perfect recipe for a picnic lunch. Sorry I asked.
Go after her. Go on.
I'll catch her later.
Biff?
What's this?
Is this a trick question?
Don't be smart.
It's a filing tray.
We've got cabinets for filing.
Yeah, well, I ain't had time to catch up to it yet.
Then make time. I want that lot cleared by tomorrow.
I've got to clean the pool this afternoon. Some of the guests have been complaining.
Then do it later.
It's not even my job. I'm just doing it as a favour. I'm employed to look after the grounds and the holiday village. I'm not a filing clerk.
You're employed to do what you're told. Here, and don't take all day over it. I'll make an efficient office boy out of you if it kills me. Hi, Roy. Good to see you.
Hi. How's that song go again? Happy days are here again.
I still can't work out what you ever saw in Viv Windsor. I mean, did she nag you to death? That's all she ever seemed to do to me.
She was quite passionate, actually.
Well, for the first few weeks, maybe. But after that?
Oh, no, you couldn't mention it.
Same again, please, Mandy. Doesn't anything exciting ever happen around here?
Oh, I hear Jan Glover's painted her front door.
You could go and watch it dry.
See? You know, we were talking before about me modelling that wool-pack T-shirt.
I've probably just made matters worse. I felt like grabbing her and saying, he cries himself to sleep. He wet the bed last night. Can't you just give him a break?
Should only use it against him.
He's a kid. He's a bit different, that's all.
People don't like that. I know.
The worst thing is, they drag you down. I find myself thinking, Andy, don't do that. Why can't you just keep your mouth shut? Can't you just be...
normal? Been there, seen it, got the T-shirt.
What? Go any faster!
Will! Put your foot down! You know what I mean?
The shop's the obvious place for a petition. Everyone comes through here. The shop and the pub.
Have a word with your friend Terry.
You're very lukewarm about all this.
I don't want you going off at half-cock, that's all. I mean, speak to the other parents first, see if you got any support. Don't be the only one sticking your neck out.
Well, you have changed your tune. Remember Tom Bainbridge?
Yeah, I remember where it got me.
Do you think Kathy would sign? I mean, I know she's very friendly with the Sugdens, but it is Alice's education at stake when all's said and done.
I think Kathy's got more important things on her mind, don't you? No. I'm not having that.
I won't ask you again.
Oh, good.
I want to know when I'm going to get my money.
tomorrow. Well, you might touch lucky in Frank's will.
The money I paid for the stables.
Give it a rest. You're like a dog with a bone.
And tell me.
I can't help you. Leave me alone.
When you were dead, it was impossible, but now you're back. Well, there are ways and means, Kim.
Ways and means of what?
Of getting my hands on your money, plus interest, and you won't be able to do a thing.
That sounds remarkably like a threat, Mr. Tate.
How come she is back for 5 minutes and you are already on her side?
We don't take sides.
Then clear my father's name. We want a posthumous apology.
We still have a dead body on our hands. The fact it's not Mrs. Tate is irrelevant. The case stays open. I believe you wanted to speak to me. I did. It's about the body. What you said this morning about the burial? What about it? I'd like to pay. If she's not identified in 6 months. I don't want her to have a pauper's funeral. That's very generous of you.
Of course it is. It's not her damn money. She can afford to be generous. Oh, God, let me out of here before you have another murder on your hands.
Such a letdown, hey?
Eh?
No, hey.
Funny.
Think it's going to be all soft and bouncy and summer meadow fresh. It's not. Pokes into you and it smells.
That's because you're on the used pile.
Yokel.
So, do you reckon then?
It was great.
Worth missing double mass for?
Any day.
You get used to the car, don't you? I want to see if you can get it, you know. Go for a night out somewhere. Down Leeds or Bradford or something.
Yeah, anywhere. As long as it's got some life.
Sophie.
Yeah?
I'm on my break, so.
I'm not checking up on you, Roy.
She's checking up on me.
I've been looking for you.
We're having a picnic.
Yeah, well, I'll best be shooting off anyway, so I'll catch you later.
All right. See you later, Roy. He's nice. I used to think he was a bit of a blurt, but he's all right.
Sophie, I'm sorry. Linda just messed up the operating schedule and then she was upset about Biff and the baby and everything. It's just bad timing.
I'm a person, Zoe, not a servant. All that time you were away, I was counting the days, imagining what we'd have to say to each other when you got back. And then you did, and we have hardly spent 5 minutes together since.
I can't help my father dying.
No, but you won't share it with me. You're just like the rest of your family. I am way down on your list of priorities.
You're not.
Then act like it, Zoe.
I've missed you.
What are you laughing at?
Nothing.
Go on.
I'm happy, that's all.
You're easily pleased.
I've liked you for ages.
Have you? Why?
I like your freckles.
Is that it?
You've got lovely eyes and you're really funny. Thought you only bothered because you felt sorry for me.
Don't be daft.
Dean.
It's your fault for being irresistible.
How's Daddy? Did you speak to him? What did he say?
Now, Alice, let Kathy get her breath back. Shall I make you a nice cup of tea, love?
No, thanks, Betty.
Did you sit by Karen? What did she say?
She's fine. She's Karen.
Will he be back for my sports day?
Come here. Why are you being so silly?
I'm not.
I've talked to you about this lots of times. You know Daddy might not be coming home. I've told you, your grandma's told you, Betty's told you.
Karen said if we pray hard enough, he will.
Karen's wrong. Are you listening to me, Alice? She's wrong. No matter how much we hope, there's a chance Daddy might not be coming back.
They said I could be their bridesmaid. They said!
Alice Bates! It's all right, Betty. Alice, go to your room and calm down.
I won't.
Go to your room, and when you're ready, we'll talk about this properly.
That Karen is either a devil or a lunatic. Who'd fill a child's head with that sort of rubbish?
Not just the child, her father's. Oh, Nick's fallen for it as well. He won't hear a word said against her.
Oh, love.
I'm still on my feet, Betty. Just about.
Stop it, will you?
What?
Pawing at me.
I like you.
I mean it. I think you've got the wrong idea about me. What's so funny?
You're 13, you've got a kid. What other idea is there?
It was an accident.
I know it was.
I've never even had a boyfriend. I've only ever done it once.
Well, two's my lucky number. Oh, grow up, will you? I thought you said you liked me.
I did.
You were all over me like a rash when I got Lynn Hutchinson off your back. The only reason you got any friends in this village is because of me.
So you didn't do it because you're my friend. You did it for a roll in the hay.
Not having much luck.
That's why we're out here, isn't it? Out of the way. Because you think I'm easy. You're right. I should grow up.
Don't, Em. Come on. Look, you've lived all over the world. You've been skiing, you've been flying. You've done things I've never even heard of. I can't drive around in a flashy car. Can't even take you to Leeds clubbing. I just thought if I could come up here on bike, we'd have a laugh. You haven't had many of them in Emmerdale. Look, I think you're really pretty, and I like you a lot. What's wrong with that? Don't bother. Back on your head! I bet you slept with half a British Army!